Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Moving Podcast. And as the NBA season is gearing up, players are reporting to their respected ball clubs and doing media days. So this brings us to Kawhi Leonard. He has his media day with the Clippers, and he was straight up asked about the league's new policy as it relates to players resting and to address load management, because we've known for years the NBA has had problems with players sitting out of key games, right? Just all of a sudden they're healthy, and then one moment they're scratched, right, for rest or whatever reason. So, the NBA tried to implement a policy like, look, if you're a star player, meaning you've made an all-star within the last, 1 to 3 years, whatever it is, and there's another all-star on your team, like you can't miss games, like both can't, outside of an actual injury. And so Kawhi was asked about the policy and was just like, he doesn't know. I mean, look, man, I'm not here to get on Kawhi or anything like that. And to be fair, in his response to this reporter, he just said, look, players get hurt. He doesn't try to get hurt. He tries to go out there. He says he's a two-way player. He plays both ends of the floor. He has to guard the best player while also the best player guarding him. So I get all that, right? However, Kawhi, in your situation, man, like, unfortunately for you, and maybe some of it's self-inflicted, is that you are the poster child for load management, right? I know Greg Popovich and the Spurs are like the godfather, the genesis of it, but every time it goes to load management, it's Kawhi Leonard's face. You know what I'm saying? You can probably make the argument the league implemented this rule directly at Kawhi Leonard, right? And Kawhi, up until today, says he doesn't know the policy. I would think you would like to know the policy, considering that, you're in a playoff game the one night, the next night you're a no-show. You know what I'm saying? You are scratched out of the lineup. Coach don't even know about it. He's surprised. Throughout the regular season, this dude rests. Can't finish the playoffs. Can't make it to the postseason or can't finish the playoffs. So I think it would be in your best interest to know what the policy is, but he doesn't. So Kawhi Leonard is just going to keep doing Kawhi Leonard things. He's just going to do his own thing. To him, this whole load management policy doesn't matter to him. He's just getting wind of it. I'm not buying it, but he's going to say, hey, you know what? It's Kawhi Leonard. You never know. I mean, this dude, once the season's over, he probably goes into a little black box and stays put. You understand? Some people call him a cyborg, right? He probably deactivates, and then he probably just got turned on about a couple days ago. But yeah, so he doesn't care about this load management, whatever new policy the league is trying to implement. Kawhi Leonard is like, look, if I can't go, I can't go. And that's just gonna be the way it is. That's how it's been like that for the last few years. It's gonna continue. I don't care whatever fines, I don't care whatever y'all say or whatever the league has to implement. I'm going to miss these games when I see fit. That's the attitude. Look, Kawhi Leonard's a two-time champion. He's a great player, great defensive player. I mean, listen, if Kawhi Leonard was really healthy or had the longevity as some of these top players in the league, Kawhi Leonard, you can make the case, would be a top 3 player in the NBA easily, right? But injuries derails him. Load management derails him. All this constant load management has led to what? No championships, no real playoff appearances outside of you getting hurt when you get there or you don't make it there, right? So what are the expectations for these Clippers this year? I have no idea. The league has gotten way more competitive. The Clippers had a window to try to make some noise. Unfortunately, load management / health has derailed them. So expectations are low. I don't expect Paul George or Kawhi Leonard to finish out this season and make a deep playoff run. Just based on what history has told us. I'm open for a surprise when the Clippers are healthy and are playing all their games. It makes the league much more exciting, much more competitive, but that's not the case, with Kawhi. So for Kawhi Leonard, continued load management throughout the season. I know early in the summer, Ty Lue was talking with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes, and just like, yo, like, he wants to make it an emphasis that, we want our players to be playing most of these games, and then we can rest towards the end instead of having to play all these games towards the end, and then you go limping into the playoffs, right? And then guys break down or whatever. So very interesting, but I'm not surprised with Kawhi Leonard. But I am surprised that he did not read the policy or is hip to it, which is wild to me considering that, injuries for you, whether they're real or not, we don't know what Kawhi feels, but I mean, you would think it's in his best interest to be up to date on it, and figure out how to navigate those new rules, but he don't care though. So let me know what y'all think about Kawhi Leonard's attitude about this new NBA load management policy. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.